What's up? It's Emma the Enchantress, and welcome back to the second episode of Elevate. I appreciate you tuning in and listening. I'm sitting at my desk, sipping my tea, watching the winter wonderland out my window, thinking to myself, wondering if I'll ever write poetry again. I used to write all the time. I have books on books of written poetry. Every morning, as part of my routine, I write 3 pages. And I realize that these pages are my poetry. My life is poetry. I'm encompassed by the warmth of my love for life, and my life hums serendipitous tunes in the ear of my heart every morning. My life is an incredible example of poetry. I'm an artist. I'm a creative. I've mastered the skill of ignoring the doubts and adhering to the wings of faith. The soles in my feet are magnetized to the same vibrational beats of the earth that my ancestors danced to. My heart beats to that same beat of tribal dance. Ancient knowledge ricochets off my atoms, immersing me in the same magical infusions experienced by all of my souls. Every breath I take is poetry. Every breath I take is the destiny manifested by my ancestors. I am all that is. Gazing out of my window, thinking about all there is, thinking about the reality I'm in, the reality I left behind, the reality I'm stepping into, how far I've come, how aware I've chosen to be. I realize that choice is necessary to make every day. Every moment of every day is important to my elevation. I see the importance of celebrating the little wins because they're not little at all. My greatest achievements have only been experienced because of the little wins. Every day that I do these little habits that I have created into rituals brings me one day closer to being the best example of myself that I can be. The most incredible gift of being human is the capability to have the ability to elevate every day. That knowledge is the capacity of awareness, knowing you have a choice. That choice can be as simple as giving thanks for a few minutes when you open your eyes in the morning. That's a perfect example of a small change you can begin that will elevate your energy to a higher frequency that will attract all things high vibe to you. Never underestimate the power of a thankful heart. When you have created that as a habit, next try being thankful for what you want, as if you already have it. Feel that feeling of relaxing in your dreams. Do this every morning when you wake up and before you sleep, and you will see your life change. One truth I'm grateful for is how easy the universe wants my life to be. I'm the one that was complicating it. When you remove all the noise, activate awareness like through meditation, gratitude, journaling helped me a lot. You will see, like I did, how we complicate life. It's not our fault we do this, of course, but with awareness, we have a choice. And now that you know your life doesn't have to be difficult, that there is another way for you, what choice will you make? I choose to elevate. And if you're listening to stuff like this, you choose to elevate too. And I see you, and I appreciate you, and I respect you. And I just want to reinstill in you the truth. The truth that your soul already knows. The truth that connects your soul to mine. Having an awareness of this truth can sometimes make you feel lonely, can make you feel isolated, can make you feel crazy. But I'm someone who's been in the trenches. I'm someone who's experienced life with this awareness activated. And I want to tell you that you are on the right path. Those who wander are never lost. Those who seek find, my friend. We really do. We find the truth. We find what sets our souls on fire. We find a way to live a life of passion and purpose every morning. And what I just shared with you, that little secret information of beginning your day with gratitude is how you ignite that path to light up. And all of a sudden your intuition wakes up. All of a sudden things just make sense. All of a sudden things start falling in your lap. Opportunities that you never thought existed start coming to you with the most ease. Your life is meant to be easy. That's the affirmation today. My life is meant to be easy. I am living a life of ease. Say that to yourself. Repeat that as the mantra today. I am living a life of ease. I deserve an easy, beautiful life. There's no shame in being happy. I work with things on an energetic level, and working through family karma and generational bad vibes is probably the easiest way to put it. Working through the energetics of past lives. That was a reoccurring theme in the lives that my soul experienced. Shame and having a life of ease. There almost seemed to be a need to prove that we had been suffering for anything, no matter if I was wealthy in a lifetime or if I was poverty stricken, no matter what the dynamic was, there always seemed to be a need to glorify struggle. Intuitively tapping into that energy, I completely understand the narrative, and it's been cleared. And working with energetics, it's quite profound when you see those shifts in the reality that you're experiencing with your physical eyes. Because once I realized that that wasn't a truth for me anymore, that wasn't a dynamic or a narrative that I wanted to take on into this lifetime or the lifetimes moving forward, my life changed. All of a sudden, I started receiving things that I used to have to work so hard for without putting in that physical work. Now, to help me compensate, because it was quite the struggle to live a life of ease, believe it or not, it was quite a struggle to just fall in to the energy of receiving and ease and rest and peace. It was difficult. And if you are a high functioning entrepreneur, I know you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm talking about. It was difficult. It still is. It is still a daily choice I have to make, that I'm like, okay, Emma, remember the narrative you're deciding to live today. It's not the one that you've had in the past. The past is a reflection of what you thought you deserved, but now you know better. So you're going to bring in better. And moving forward, it is always better. Once I made the choice that I deserve a life of ease, I am living a life of ease, I am in an easy life, my life is easy, however you want to word it. Once I made that choice and affirmed that to myself, I saw differences. So where I was going with this, you have to excuse me sometimes. I have ADHD, and when I'm speaking, I can go on little bunny trails, but sometimes those trails are to be explored, am I right? What I wanted to say was that when I was doing the work on myself, and notice the word, the work, when I was doing the work on myself, something that helped me fall into an easy life was realizing how hard it is to work on yourself. That is a full-time job in itself. That is a constant motion of process, and it's an assembly line. And it was understaffed for a really long time. It wasn't moving at a competent level whatsoever. That is why it is called the work, doing the work. Being reflective, being aware is work. It is a constant battle of your mind. And when you can master that, when you can put your mind in check, you are one of the elite, the 1% of the world who has accomplished that. And listening to things like this, podcasts about self-development, watching videos on the internet about improving yourself, improving your life, changing things, that's awareness, people. And that is what makes you different from the rest of the world. How many of us just blindly followed our lives Now is the time to create your life. You are not a follower of your own life. You are the one who creates it. You are the one who designs it to your benefit, to your likes, to your wants. It is your life, main character energy. When you've been someone who's been caught up in the flow of the world, how hard is it to just start swimming upstream? So I commend you. I see you. I respect you. You know you're different. But instead of having that as a factor to your shame, take pride in that. Take strength in that. I am mastering my mind. Add that to your affirmations. I am mastering my mind. And that is the work. So what helped me with my journey, because I was and I still like to use the term workaholic kind of as a joke, because I still am. Like, I live, breathe, like, spirituality is my life. Self-development, self-reflection is my life. I'm consumed by it. So I still am a bit of a workaholic, but it's a different dynamic because my work gives me such passion and lights me up with, like, the most happiness. But before this journey of spirituality, I was quite the workaholic. My life was hustle. As a single mom of 3 kids, I worked 90 hours in a very intense work field. I was top of the field. Everyone knew my name. I specialized in what I did. Everyone knew I was a great mom. I was strong. I was independent. I still am these things. But I do it for myself, you see. Where before, it was a narrative that I took on. My life is difficult, but I got it. I can handle it. But when I actually sat with myself, I realized how much I really wasn't handling. And I remember those early days of sitting with myself, how difficult that was to just sit. And that is doing the work. It's such a contrast, eh? It's like we are so used to constantly moving, constantly hustling, constantly doing what, really? When you think about what are we really doing? So that's the irony in the spiritual practice, is doing the work actually looks like you sitting in your damn peace. Doing the work looks like sitting somewhere peacefully and connecting to the sounds around you. Doing the work looks like closing your eyes and listening to my voice as I remind you to breathe. Doing the work is saying to yourself, I am deserving of a life of ease. I am living an easy life. The things that I'm saying to you resonate because you know that your soul knows, okay? We might not know with our minds, but our soul knows. Our soul has been around since the beginning of time, since even before that. So when someone speaks truths, it might look on a physical level to you like curiosity. It might look to you like investigation. Okay, I want to know more about this. What is this girl talking about? What is this? Just investigating, looking for yourself. That is your soul knowing a truth and clicking with it. Intuition is listening to that search. Intuition is hearing the voice of your soul. And as intuitives, and this is what I found in my journey as well, as intuitives, because we all have the gift of psychic. I believe this so much that we all have this gift. Our souls are all activated to connect with other souls. And I find that with intuitives, we cover that gift with noise. So my life was very busy, very hustle. I never had a time to quiet my thoughts. And when I was thinking, it was constantly, what's the next move? So as intuitives, before we begin our spiritual practice, I have found that our lives are usually quite chaotic. We're surrounded by people who are quite chaotic. Because that was one of the main things that I noticed in a difference in my life, is the peace that my spiritual practice has brought to me. And in that peace, I hear my intuition as clearly as you hear me speaking to you right now. Because our intuitive voice is meant to be our first voice. Our spiritual ears were our first ways of hearing. That's why connecting to your roots and your ancestors is so vital, because they knew what was up. They knew the spiritual practice to promote healing, to promote an ecosystem, to promote a sense of community that we've forgotten in our hustle. Again, the irony of spirituality. We've tried to create a better life for ourselves. I'm talking about like the world, like as a collective. We tried to create a better life for ourselves, but have lost the main principles in that hustle. The affirmation today is, I am meant to live an easy life. I am living a life of ease. My life is easy. However you want to word that, repeat that to yourself as a mantra. And if you're in a safe space, take these last few minutes of this podcast with me, and we're going to do a quick meditation of breath, of breathing, to bring in this new energy that this awareness has brought us. Because as alchemists in the spiritual world, we're able to use the energy of our past that was our downfall, and we're able to use it into our energy now to promote us. Like, it's so beautiful, the creation of our aura, the way that it can just procreate for us. Like, seeing things energetically just opened up my eyes. This year I've made it a goal of mine to become more of an artist and to express these visions and insights that I've seen in paint and in other art mediums, because words do it no justice. So if you're somewhere safe right now, lie down or sit with your posture erect and straight. And you're going to close your eyes. Your feet, if you're sitting, are firmly planted on the floor. Think of your roots grounded. Close your eyes and take a breath in with me. Hold that air from your belly. Move it up into your chest energetically and exhale. Take another breath in. Exhale. You're just slowing your nervous system down with this breathing. You're slowing your mind down. Take a breath in. Exhale. When you exhale, feel your shoulders relax. Feel your neck lose its tension. Relax the tension that you're holding in your forehead and your cheeks. Take a breath in. Exhale. Continue with your breathing as you listen to my voice. When you take your next breath in, I want you to think about all of the personas you've been carrying on your shoulders. The need to excel, the need to hustle, the need to prove something. All of that weight that's been dense on your shoulders is released as you exhale. Take a breath in with force this time. Exhale with force. Feel yourself release as you exhale. Inhale. Exhale with force. You are breathing that back out. into your energetic field to be alchemized into the most beautiful serendipitous energy that you can imagine, an energy that just comforts you and surrounds your whole being in ease. Think about that as you take a breath in. As you exhale, let your whole body relax. Take a breath in. And relax even more with your exhale. Take a breath in. And relax. Continue breathing at a natural pace. And let your mind wander with what ifs. What if my life was easy? What if I could really relax? And feel how those feelings feel to you. Picture yourself enjoying the peace that your new life has brought you. Hold those feelings in your heart and carry those feelings throughout your day. And my friend, you will attract a life that brings you those same feelings. When you've encompassed that, you can wiggle your fingers and toes and open your eyes when you feel ready. Breath is a portal, okay? When we breathe, we are activating movement in the spiritual realm, okay? So when you meditate, think about it like this. Every time you close your eyes, you're activating the entrance to that portal. And when you open your eyes, after you finish your meditation, you have walked through a spiritual portal into a new reality. We live a lifetime of multiple, hundreds of thousands of realities. And every day you make the choice which reality you are going to live. Every day you make the choice to elevate. Thanks for tuning in. I'm sending you so much love and light. Universal love.